Access to the Oculus Quest's pass-through cameras is finally here. I know a lot of us have been waiting for this moment for a long time, and it's very, very exciting. Because now, with access to the cameras, there's so many interesting things that can be done. Passing the feed through deep learning models like Stable Diffusion, or through object classification models like YOLO, or doing interesting stuff with shaders, or anything that comes to your mind. The possibilities are endless. Now, there are some limitations with the current implementation because this is brand new. There's only certain specific resolutions that are allowed, and this only works with the Quest 3 and Quest 3S right now. The installation process is a little bit complicated. It is easy, but it's a little bit complicated. So I thought I'd make a tutorial so that we could all go through it step by step so that you can go and hit the ground running. And one more thing before we begin. Right now, if you want to deploy an app that has pass-through camera access, you won't be able to. Right now, it's not possible. And this is probably a good thing, at least for now. Because remember, while we want to build really cool things and enhance people's lives, there's also going to be people out there that might misuse this access into people's lives. So with that in mind, remember to do things with a good heart. And yeah, let's get to it. Let's play. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is make sure that you have the latest Horizon OS. So in your Quest, go to Settings, then go to General, go to Software Updates, and if you don't have version 74, then that means that you need to install and update. That's what I'm doing here. Once it's done, you can hit on Restart and apply the new OS. Then you want to install the sample scenes Meta made for us, and they're going to make our life easier. So to do that, you first need to install Git LFS. And if you don't have it, you can just go to the Git LFS website and download. And then after that's done, you can go into the command prompt and cd into the folder you want the samples to be in. In my case, I created a new folder on my desktop and I git cloned the repo there. So according to the folks at Oculus, you want to make sure you have a Unity version that's either 2022.3.58 or Unity 6.0.38. I did attempt other versions, and to be honest, in some instances it worked, and in others it didn't. So, to ensure that it works, you want to follow these steps. So first, start a new project and select Unity 6.0.38 F1. Second, install the Meta All-in-One SDK. You might be prompted to restart the editor once you hit the install button, and if you are, do it. Afterwards, again in the package manager, you want to search for CentOS and install. CentOS is going to allow you to use a YOLO model in the sample scenes. Third, go into the build profiles or your build settings and make sure to switch to the Android platform. Make sure to select development build. Fourth, go back to your project settings and select XR plugin management and hit install. Once that is installed, make sure to check the Oculus checkbox in the Android tab. When that's done, go into the Oculus menu option and select your device. Right now, the pass-through camera access only works in either Quest 3 or Quest 3S. So in my case, I'm selecting Quest 3. 5. Find the folder where you downloaded Meta's pass-through camera API samples. And inside the assets folder, drag and drop the pass-through camera API samples subfolder into your own assets folder. 6. Go into the project setup tool and hit select fix all. After these changes update, you might be asked to fix all again. So if there's still some things that need fixing, hit fix all again. I also decided to fix some of the recommended items, but I didn't fix all of them because I was a little lazy and you don't really need all of them to get this to work anyways. So 7. Now you can go into the build settings again and start adding each of the scenes from the different subfolders. We're almost there. 8. Now you can hit build and when prompted, create a new folder and call it builds. Once you name your file, the build process will take a while. During this process, you'll be prompted for some things and just say yes to everything. especially the prompt that asks you to modify the Android manifest for camera access. And lastly, once the .apk file is created, you can navigate to the Meta Quest Developer Hub, and in the File Manager, go to the Apps section, and in there, you can add a build. Navigate to the folder where you created the APK and select it. Once that's done, now you can select the 3 little dots on the side and hit Launch App. And okay, boom, done. Because I already ran this before, I'm not being asked to give permission for the camera access, but you will. So make sure to say yes to all the questions. And that's it. Now you can mess around, look at the examples, learn a little bit about how it all works, and get creative to your heart's desire. If you're interested in knowing how to run stable diffusion in Unity, now that we have this camera access, let me know and I can make a tutorial for it. Right now I'm still optimizing because it's not super real time. There's only so much you can do, especially when there's so many things being used up by the graphics card. But there are some things that can be done to make it faster. And what I did was a really quick implementation. But yeah, anyways, build cool stuff and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.